Hi! Just hang around for the next few minutes to hear 23 of the most breathtaking facts around. So let's get going. Dave Grohl, the frontman of the Foo Fighters and Them Crooked Vultures, juggled multiple projects and had a newborn at home. While working, he started to suffer chest pains and thought he must be having a heart attack, so he took himself to the hospital. His heart was healthy, but he was diagnosed with a caffeine overdose from drinking 3 pots of coffee a day. Cleo the cat was very loyal to her owner. Senior citizen Nancy Cowan moved into a nursing home in Westcott, England, leaving her pet in the care of others. Some weeks later, Cleo had traveled about 16 miles on her own to reach the home despite never having been there, where she was immediately recognized by Nancy. The staff decided to let her stay, and Cleo and Nancy have been inseparable ever since. Spot fact time. Try this Google Easter egg. Search for "do a barrel roll." This makes the search results page spin. According to an Italian study, women blink 19 times per minute versus 11 times per minute for men. This is possibly because women have more estrogen in their systems, which affects the moisture production of their tears, or because they have twice as many nerve fibers in their lower eyelids than men, which makes their blinking stronger. As a prank to illustrate a silly law, in 1977 Colonel Sanders was arrested for eating fried chicken with a knife and fork. Gainesville, Georgia, had passed a law in 1961 that banned eating fried chicken with a fork. This was to promote the city's reputation as the poultry capital of the world, and it was thought that eating fried chicken with fingers was a culinary delicacy, and using a fork was an insult to the dish. Cats mainly reserve meowing for humans, not each other. Kittens use meows with their mothers, but adults switch to body language for cat-to-cat chat. They have learned to meow for attention, food, greetings, and even distress, and when we respond, we make them meow more. So it's a learned language to get what they want that they have taught us. Clever cats. Some people can see 10 times the normal number of colors. They have the rare condition of tetrachromacy, where a person has 4 color receptors rather than 3, allowing them to see extra colors. It is thought that around 12% of women may have this. However, not all of them can see additional colors. Artist and art teacher Conchetta Antico paints the world as she sees it and can see 100 million colors. The town of Moynak in Uzbekistan on the Aral Sea had a thriving harbor and fishing industry, but now it is nowhere near any water. It was once a vast landlocked sea between Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, but lost most of its water due to Soviet irrigation projects. In the 1960s, engineers diverted rivers feeding the sea for agriculture, causing it to shrink by 90%. By 2007, Moynak's harbor was dry. Manta rays could be a really smart fish. Researchers tested their self-awareness by placing mirrors in their tanks. They showed curiosity and interest in their reflections and started blowing bubbles and twisting their bodies. This looks like they are recognizing themselves, a widely used measure of self-awareness in animals, and making them one of the few animals that pass this test, along with primates, dolphins, elephants, and magpies. Discovered by James Cook in 1774, Palmerston Island is a remote atoll in the South Pacific with 25 residents with 3 family names, all but 3 of them descendants of the 19th century English sailor William Marsters. They speak English with a British, Gloucestershire accent. The island has phone and internet services, but no air access. Spot fact time. Surprisingly, the longest country name in the world belongs to the UK. Its full name is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland and is 56 letters long. While filming a truck chase in Expendables 3, Jason Statham's character faced real danger. The brakes failed, sending the truck plunging into the Black Sea. His diving skills kicked in, but his gun holster snagged, causing a tense escape. Thanks to the crew, Statham was rescued and, like a true action hero, finished the scene. David Attenborough was the controller of the UK's BBC 2 channel during its transition to colour television in 1967. He wanted yellow tennis balls at Wimbledon, which would appear more vivid on colour screens as white balls didn't show up well against the grass. This was to become official policy in 1986. Formed through the collision of the Indian plate with the Eurasian plate, the Himalayas were formed 25 million years after the last dinosaur died out. They formed about 40 million years ago with Mount Everest, standing 8,848 meters, 29,029 feet, above sea level. Spot fact time. You will need to count up to 1001 before seeing the letter A in the spelling of a number. Built in 1904 and located in Derbyline, Vermont, and Stansted, Quebec, the Haskell Free Library and Opera House has the international boundary running right through the middle of the building. So the stage is in Canada, while the audience sits in the United States. In Brisbane, Australia, a remarkable parrot named Eric saved the day during a house fire. As flames consumed a residence on Salstone Street in Kangaroo Point, Eric squawked insistently, calling out his owner's name, Anton Anton. Despite the absence of smoke alarms, Anton Nguyen woke up, smelled smoke, and swiftly evacuated with Eric. Elephants become superpowered listeners through their feet. This lets them feel low-frequency sounds, like elephant calls and rumbles, traveling through the ground. Thanks to their sensitive feet, they gather crucial information about their environment, from finding water to avoiding danger. Talk about nature's built-in earthquake detectors. Spot fact time. In 10 minutes, a hurricane releases more energy than all of the world's nuclear weapons together. While interviewing potential recruits in World War II, Dilwyn Knox, known as Dilly, a top codebreaker at Bletchley Park, UK, asked them which way the hands of a clock go around. "Everyone, of course," said clockwise. A delighted Mr. Knox would reply, "Not if you're inside the clock." That's thinking inside the box. The Wilhelm scream is a high-pitched shriek that has been used in over 400 films. It debuted in the 1951 movie Distant Drums for an alligator attack, though the screamer remains unknown. It became a Warner Brothers staple in all types of movies and an inside joke among filmmakers and audiences, and is easily recognizable once heard. The last effect of the Ice Age was seen in 20th century Switzerland. In some parts of the country, most of the earth was removed by the ice sheets and the new soil has very little iodine. This caused public health problems including goiter, with most school children affected and up to 30% of young men unfit for military service. When salt iodization was introduced in 1922, there was an immediate drop in goiter and other iodine deficiency conditions. Cats can taste water. They have taste buds that let them enjoy its flavor and also have a strong sense of smell that adds to their taste perception. They are solely meat eaters and their sense of taste is adapted to their diet, and they cannot taste sweetness. Spot fact time. Marigolds and other plants contain a yellow pigment called xanthophyll. This is added to chicken feed to make the yolks of their eggs appear more orange. Thank you for watching my video and I hope you enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing to my channel and selecting notifications to let you know when we release our next video.